single dance. In the early days of man, created in the lab. Science. A pack of wild dogs to aid us in our fight. Attack the mayor now! We'll defy racial life. What's the greatest project down? A sacrifice to something planet must be made to save our phones. I'll fight that bitch in court for custody of my son. He's 23. Something planet, you're my golden boy. What have we done? What have we done? I murdered my only son. SomethingPlanet.com has just begun.
Something Planet was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Something Planet Podcast, episode number 521. Welcome to it. I am your host, John J. And with me, not as always, but sometimes, intern James.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be
How are
back.
we doing, intern James?
Doing well.
We also have a very awesome surprise special guest. I don't know if it's a surprise special guest, but we do have him here. It is everybody's favorite. Please give it up for the illustrious Johnny B.
Surprise, surprise,
He's here.
surprise. What's going on?
You sound great.
Hey man,
You look great.
thanks. That was my Gomer Pyle impression. You like that?
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Pretty
spot
okay.
on.
You're coming
That's
live.
for anybody over 50.
Yeah, you're coming in live from the Fat Cave Studios.
This is the Fat Cave Studio in beautiful Valrico, Florida, gateway to Plant City.
It is the gateway to Plant City. It's not fully Plant City. It is the gateway
No.
to Plant City. Tell us a little
Yeah,
bit
if
more
you're-
about
I've been-
Valrico. If for the people that are not familiar, you talk about it on the show all the time, but I think people just don't see it as like a real place.
Oh, it is. It is like Narnia. You have to walk through a wardrobe in Brandon, and then you're like, "Oh, look at this." No, if you're traveling east of Tampa, you'll run into like Brandon, right? And then after Brandon, there's a little
There's an
spot
after
before
Brandon?
you. There is. It's crazy, dude. So like, if you're going to like Brandon Mall, but you're horrible with directions, and you just keep on driving down State Road 60, and you're like, I can't find the mall. I'm a damn idiot. And then all of a sudden you'll see a sign. It's like, hey, you're in Valrico. Actually, there's not even a sign, right? So you'll just, if you stop at like a Publix, our Publix, and they'll be like, hey, welcome to Valrico. All right, they're not going to say that either. You have to really know where you're at. And then there's a 4-block radius, and you're Valrico. And then if you keep going, then you're in Dover, right?
Oh,
Which is
Dover.
also just a small little town with a few strawberry fields and several Mexican families. And then after Dover, there's more strawberry fields and more Mexican families, and that's called Plant City.
Okay, so Valrico is in fact the gateway to Plant City. Yeah.
You can't get to Plant City without going through Valrico. That's a
how it
lie
works.
too. You can go completely down I-4 and you'll never see Valrico.
Yeah, you can pass it easily. Well, we appreciate it. You're our first remote in podcast that we've done, and yeah, there's been a lot of problems so far. I
Yeah.
hope it's sounding okay. You sound great to me. I sound bad to me, but do I sound okay
You
to
sound,
you?
you sound adequate, I'd say. Yeah.
Adequate. Okay, it's an adequate
Yeah.
situation.
Right.
We got we're here in the Something Planet Studios. You're in the Fat Cave Studios, and yeah, we're gonna have fun this afternoon. We got intern James here. We've been drinking in the afternoon
Yes, it's been great.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and yeah, because we got to deal with the stress of getting Johnny B on as our. And I think this is your first time on the Something Planet podcast, right?
I don't know. I want to say I was like a long time ago,
Yeah,
like
over
10
a-
years ago.
Over a decade ago. Because this is
Yeah.
a long-running podcast, so yeah, I remember. So you've always been the king of Brandon. I remember. No, I remember being like brand new at comedy and not being able to get a spot in Pinellas County, and then having to drive to Brandon just to get time.
Wow.
Yeah, so I would drive to Brandon every week, and Johnny B would be out there because he wanted to get some time, and it's 5 minutes away from his house, so why not? And so yeah, that's kind of how you became one of my comedy mentors, I believe.
Yeah, I think the first time I met you, I was judging a competition that you were in, and it was like you and Steve Miller, and trying to think of who else. I think
It's
Quentin Green was in that
Quentin
competition,
Green.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of like professional good stand-up comedians were in the Coconuts Brandon March Madness comedy competition, including
I
Randy
don't.
Scott, who's now an anchor on ESPN Sports Center. He was the one that
Wow.
won it.
That's right.
That's
Wow.
always the weirdest
Yeah.
thing to me is that we all lost to a guy that gave up comedy so that he could be
Read the sports.
some stupid anchor on a dumb cable network called Sports Center.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
never gonna take off.
What a loser.
What an idiot. Yeah. What a jack off. It's like I tell people all the time, like my near misses, like in my life, like it sounds like I'm making it up, but there's all these like little things where if I would have just taken, a left turn instead of a right turn, or not banged a certain girl and got her pregnant, things like that, then my life would have turned out differently. I was podcasting way, way back, when it was like still fairly new. I was a co-host on a pretty big podcast that moved out to LA. And I started on there around 2006, and in
Yeah.
2010, they moved out to LA, and I couldn't go because I was a single dad, so I was like, I can't move my son all the way to LA. His mom's here, she has visitation, things like that. And the guy that replaced me is a guy named Tom Segura, and he's doing fine. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I would be Tom Segura today. I'm
right.
just saying I would have a better shot at, not, being on with you guys today.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah,
In a
that's-
weird little window. Yeah, wait till you see it on
Yeah.
YouTube. You're in a weird little window that I can't figure out how to zoom in on.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool,
so,
man.
Yeah, so this is the first remote in. We're going to do a lot of these because I have so many very talented comedian friends all over the country now, and I still want them to do my podcast. So I figure if I make it remote in, they will not have an excuse to bow out.
yeah.
Because we've been through the trenches together. That's how it is,
Yeah,
so
I
Tom-
built this studio during the pandemic, and that was my idea too. Like, because I do an FM radio show, I wanted to be able to broadcast, in case I got COVID, and it ended up happening twice. So I was able to still do my show with full blown COVID. The first time, I even had the alpha variant where I lost my taste and smell for like 7 weeks, and I was 120 pounds heavier. I thought I was gonna die,
Yeah, you
but I
lost
was like, if
100 pounds.
I can
on
talk,
COVID.
I can do it. It's
Yeah, you were
Didn't
high
do
risk. So you were high risk for COVID, but now I don't think you are anymore, right?
well, high risk to die.
Yeah, high
At
risk
least
to
that's
die. That's what they mean. It's a
that's what-
polite
that's
way
what-
of saying you're gonna
Well-
die because you're fat.
Well, I mean, that's what they told us at the beginning, but I mean, I think we came to find out later. I mean, if you're grossly obese, right? Grossly obese, which I was morbidly obese, which is not good. Morbid means dead, I guess. But if you're like my 600-pound life, I can't get out of my bed fat, and they said you're high risk. But let's be honest, you're high risk of everything.
Absolutely everything.
Gravity. Like nobody's talking about gravity as a pandemic, but if you're 500 pounds, gravity's messing your shit up, right? So, I know a lot of really fat people that got COVID and they didn't die. I think it was more really old people were like the real ones that
Yeah,
were like
right.
having a main issue, and people that already like had problems. Like if you already had,
if you have an immune problem, that's when it was really
Yeah.
fucked up.
So it wasn't that bad on me. Like when I got it, it scared me because the hype around it. Everybody's like, it was like the Scarlet Letter. I got it like the first 6 months it was around. It was like
Yeah,
it was
well,
still
I
really
remember you
popular.
posting about it, and I was like, yeah, I always knew he was dirty.
Yeah,
He's a dirty guy.
yeah. You know where I caught it? I caught it at the Celtic Gray where I'm going this Sunday to do
This
a show.
Sunday,
So
Celtic
Yeah.
Ray, yeah. I went
you
there
believe it?
several times during COVID to do shows because it was. They said it was COVID friendly, but then it was like there's a lot of open mouth coughing old people here.
Ugh, gross.
You ever see?
Yeah.
You ever go out and you're in a restaurant and there's just that one old guy that's got a real wet cough.
Yeah, just the wettest thing you've
Yeah.
ever heard in your life.
I
Yeah.
don't like it. I don't
The
like
second time I caught it was also a comedy type of situation. I was in Ocala doing a bonkers weekend. Ooh, I'm making it, right? Screw you, Tom Segura. And I was trying to kill some time in the daytime, like we'll do when we're on the road. So they have a poker room there, and I used to play poker professionally back in the day. And I was like, I'll go play some poker, make a few $100 maybe, before I go up to the club. And this was during the Omicron variant. So it was like Christmas
That
time,
was the weak one, right?
2021. Yeah, it was like a sniffle, right?
That was the one
So
that wasn't that bad. Yeah.
yeah, it was really nothing. Like if you had symptoms, it was like a cold. But this old lady sitting next to me, and she's coughing, like profusely coughing in my mouth, right? So I turned to her and I said, "Hey, can you cover your mouth at least?" And she got like a big attitude. She's like, "I don't have COVID. I have allergies." And I was like, "I don't care if you have COVID. You're rude. Like I don't want your spittle
You're
on me."
gross.
Right, yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah. You old hag. And then I swear, like the next day, I'm driving home and my throat starts getting scratchy. I was like, get out of here. So I have a bunch of COVID tests because, I had to test once a week to work for a media company. And I get home and I go, man, I'm going to take a damn test. It was 3 days before Christmas. I took it. I was like, that bitch gave me COVID, man. God dang it. Yeah.
I
So I
think
couldn't go anywhere on Christmas.
the guidance that I used to myself, I was like, you know what? Just avoid the people that you know are gonna catch it. Like you ever been in the bathroom like at a comedy club and they're like a guy comes in and he's like scratching his ass and taking a piss and then he just
Doesn't wash his
leaves
hands.
without washing
Yeah.
his hands. Like get away from that fucking guy. Like anybody
Yeah.
that rides
Or,
a motorcycle without a helmet. Yeah, like you're a fucking
yeah,
idiot.
exactly.
You're stupid
Yeah.
as fuck. So
Yeah.
like I'm gonna stay away from you.
That is pretty stupid. If you, that you
Like
ride in a
people that
motorcycle,
don't wear
with, like,
seatbelts, you
Yeah.
know.
Or if you're in a bathhouse and some guy sucks your dick without a condom on, you're like, yeah, all right, bud.
Yeah, don't
Whatever.
be a faggot, okay?
guy eats
Wear
your
a
ass
Yeah.
with no
condom.
dental dam. Fucking gross.
Yeah. He's like, I don't have AIDS. I'm like, I'm not worried about
Right,
AIDS.
yeah, I'm
bro.
not.
I'm worried about
They have
COVID.
pills to kill that now. COVID will get you.
Speaking of
AIDS is cool as hell.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting sick, and yeah, this is just gonna be like the sick story episode, I guess, because I got
Yeah.
fucking really bad food poisoning last night. And I wanted to talk about it on your radio show last night, Johnny, but at the
Mhm.
same time, I was like, nobody wants to hear about this, so I should save it for my podcast.
Well, we only have 2 hours, and that's with commercials. There's only
Yeah.
so much shit we could talk about.
Yeah,
Literally,
also
no.
the last time that I was on, it turned into a diarrhea episode because me and Johnny were talking about McDonald's. And then
it just-
that's a good. That's
We were talking
yeah.
about secret menu items, and then it just turned into listeners calling in and telling us about how they ate McDonald's and got diarrhea.
Well, did
Yeah.
anyone bring up the McGangbang? That's a secret menu item.
Of course,
Johnny
I think
invented that.
I think I introduced that to John Jay. He
Nice.
didn't know about it. Yeah.
I didn't know
When I
about
was a paramedic, my first paramedic partner, introduced me to that. He was like, "I'm gonna get him at gangbang," and I was like, "What is that?" And he introduced it to me. I was like, "You're amazing, hero of mine." He's a mentor of mine to this day, actually.
Wouldn't it be funny if it had nothing to do with McDonald's? It's just he goes, close your eyes, and all of a sudden you're being butt fucked by two clowns.
Yeah, it's just two Mexican dudes from the back start fucking your face.
He's raping you in a hamburger costume.
Yeah, making that weird hamburger noise. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm robbing your butt burger, bitch. Yeah, it'd be great.
So yeah, I went to, and I'm gonna say the place that I feel like I got food poisoning from. I can't prove it, and I also don't want to disparage the place. But
Yeah, don't.
anytime you talk about food poisoning, people always want to know where
Can
you
you,
got
can
it
you
from.
give hints and see if we could guess it? It'd be like a trivia game.
I mean, okay. Well, I already told both of you, so damn it.
I don't-
Well,
remember.
yeah,
Actually, I
you
didn't
told
tell
me.
you. I don't.
you
think
could
I told
you could say the type of food that's predominantly served
True.
there.
Okay, but no, I feel like I can say it, but I don't think I'm gonna say this. I don't think it was their fault. Does that make
Ah.
sense?
Kind of, but not
Well, not
really.
the company. It could
I
be
don't-
one employee
No,
that
I
just,
don't even think
Yeah,
it
the
was.
sous
I don't.
chef or
I don't
whatever.
think it was a mishandling type of food poisoning. That's not what I think it is. I don't think. I don't think it was. I think it was like a bad spot on a piece of fish.
Oh.
I don't think. Unless you're like visually perfectly inspecting every piece of fish. I think there was one tiny little bad spot that maybe maybe the fish was
No.
wounded or sick or something like that. I don't think it was a mishandling thing. I think it was a bad piece of fish.
Well, if it's it might have been one bad piece, but it would have been the entire piece, not just one little spot on there. If fish is bad,
Well,
it's
no,
bad,
it was the whole piece. But so I was eating the fish, and I got about halfway through. I got to about the center of the grouper sandwich, and I tasted something that was wrong. I don't know. Has your brain and body ever alerted you that something's wrong?
Yep. Well, I know, and I'm getting queasy just thinking about it, dude. Because I know exactly what your brain tells
Yeah,
you.
like
It's
you ever put a bad oyster in your mouth or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Not probably. If you did, like, I mean, it was immediately. I was like, I should stop eating this.
Yeah, no, I had that with shrimp. I've had
Yeah.
that with shrimp before.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So it was.
I had that with a girl after a show in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Melbourne,
I was like,
Australia?
she tastes like HPV. Yeah,
but
she's
you didn't
definitely got
stop, though.
HPV.
Yeah, you didn't
Did
stop.
you pick
No,
her?
no.
Oh, did you pick her up at the? Did you pick her up at that strip club that's in a double wide trailer in Melbourne? Because I
What?
have been there.
There's a strip club
No,
with a
no.
double wide trailer?
I think she was a bar back at Gregory's. Look, my point is, I have throat cancer.
Yeah, I was
so-
about to say. Yeah, you and
Okay,
Michael
Michael
Douglas.
Douglas.
Yeah. Just eating away at my voice box.
Yeah. Don't worry about me.
Like I was eating away at her box.
You guys see Michael
Ooh.
Douglas as fucking Benjamin Franklin? He's
Not
like,
yet. I will.
The
though.
Constitution must stand. It's just the
No,
worst
thank
shit
you.
worst trailer I've ever seen.
Gordon Gecko. as
Anyway,
Benjamin
so
Franklin.
it was one of the Frenchies locations I went to.
Well, there it is.
It was the Frenchies in Dunedin. I called them and I told them. I
Yeah.
told them straight up, yeah. Or my wife called them and told them what happened. I was really messed up. It was about 12 hours later, and I was like, it was like 7:30 in the morning, and I woke up and I was like, I gotta take a poop.
Mm.
I was like,
And then
like right now.
exorcism happened.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it was like, I was like vomiting out of my butt.
I was gonna say, if having diarrhea at 7 o'clock in the morning is food poisoning, I
have
have
that every day?
food poisoning every day. Yeah, pretty much every time I wake up, it's an emergency shit situation. Pretty much. When you get my age, like my alarm will go off while I'm shitting. I'm like, nope, I'm already up. Don't you worry about it. Yep. Daddy had wings at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
again.
no, immediately. No, that was not my first thought that I had food poisoning. My first thought was that I drank. I had drank a bunch of craft beers the night before.
That'll do it to you. The yeast, man.
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
a lot
like,
of yeast.
Yeah, that'll get you.
It's probiotic. They say it's probiotics, but that really it can grow anything.
Right. Oh, dude, I was a brewer for a long time. Trust me, I've brewed beers, taste delicious, but you have more than two of them, you're shitting.
I brew
like there's
beers
no
in my
tomorrow.
belly every night.
Yeah.
I the brewer gives me a recipe, and then I change that recipe inside of myself. I add to it.
I don't brew beer. I drink beer and then I brew farts, and it happens almost instant. Like the older you get, isn't it funny how we're talking about stomach issues? I mean, this is just a sign of getting old. Like when we were younger, we could eat shards of glass and hot sauce and be like, "I'm good to go, brother."
Oh
And
yeah.
Now it's like I don't like the cultures and the yogurt that I bought from Walmart. You know, it's like
Hold
what's
the
going on with me?
jalapenos on my tacos. It's too much.
Yeah. How hot is this Thai?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I got to work tomorrow.
I'm never going to be that person. I'm never going to walk into a Thai restaurant and ask them how hot it is. I know
Yeah.
how hot it's supposed to be.
I'm just gonna
and
suffer the
I'm
consequences.
taking that
Yeah.
risk when I walk in. That's what good Thai food does. Okay, sorry.
We're on the same page.
I
there.
have two spicy food stories that anytime I talk about that situation, both of them come up in my head because they were that memorable. But one was Indian food, one was Thai food.
Oh.
One was outside of Atlanta, one was in Sarasota. But both times I was warned by an owner and my arrogance destroyed my asshole. Both times.
You're an arrogant motherfucker. I know that about you.
This ain't shit, bro. I got it.
It's a detriment. Like I was coming back doing a little comedy run. This was 20 years ago, and I went up to Tennessee and then Alabama, and then we were coming back through Atlanta, and we stopped at an Indian buffet, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be good, right? And I remember it was a freezing cold day, and I'm going to the Indian buffet, and I see this the little sauces, and I took this bright like goddamn nuclear green sauce and I put it on my plate, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, like like John Turturro and Mr. Deeds. This guy just flies in out of nowhere, this Indian man. And he's like, my friend, go easy on the green sauce, my friend. And I said, why? He goes, it is very spicy. Very, very spicy. And I go, buddy, I can handle spice. I'm good to go. Thank you, though. I appreciate your concern. 'cause
Also, I
back
have
then,
made it with my hands.
Yeah, that's the most
Exactly.
dangerous part about it.
My entire family has hepatitis C.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. No, but so I look at him, I go, I'll be good, brother. And then I sit down with my buddies and I start eating this stuff. And it was spicy, but I can handle spice. I get in the car and I get on I-75 heading back here from Atlanta. Within 10 minutes, it's one of those shits where you know you got 30 seconds. That's it. Like it's not a turtle head.
Right.
It is a tsunami that is at the edge of it's about to breach, right? And I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, and you could feel the warmth. It was a lava tsunami. And I go, oh my God. So I sharp turn off an exit. There's a Chevron station, and I go
God
into the
bless Chevron.
bathroom. It's an outdoor bathroom,
Nice.
and there's no lock on the door, and I just sit down and I'm destroying it. This lady comes walking in. She looks like Patti LaBelle. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, baby, I didn't see you." And I'm like, "I'm dying." And she's like, "Oh my Lord, that smells so bad." And then she runs out, like, and then I stopped. I'm not kidding. At least 10 times on the way back to Tampa, like at least 10 times. And every time was a new adventure. I went into a Circle K. They had no toilet paper. I went inside. There was another Indian lady, probably related to the guy with the green
his
sauce.
route looked like he was driving an electric car.
Dude, I'm not kidding. I walk into the Circle K. I go, "You guys are out of toilet paper in there," and I'm just clenching my ass cheeks. And she points to the toilet paper on the aisle to purchase.
Oh, you gotta buy
I
it.
go,
Oh.
that's what I told her. I go, "You want me to buy the toilet paper?" She goes, "That is the only toilet paper we have." So I went over. It was $7 for a goddamn roll of toilet paper. They were in cahoots. This was all a plan, right? He's like, "I will blow up their assholes, and then you will sell them the toilet paper." So I had to like pay her for the toilet paper. I'm in there taking a shit, and I'm holding on to this toilet paper because it's valuable, right? And then when I go to walk out, I got the toilet paper in my hand, and there's a dude getting ready to walk in. He goes, "What, are you going to take the toilet paper with you?" I go, "You can have it for $6, bro." Like, I already. And he's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Bye." And I made sure I had that toilet paper for every bathroom I went to on the way home. I just walked in with the
That should
toilet
be a
paper, even if I
trophy.
didn't need it.
Right. By the time you
Yeah.
got
I
home,
used it,
were you just shitting bright red blood?
dude. I almost
Single
went to the
ply,
doctor.
baby.
It was bad. It was bad. And the second story was Thai food.
I don't even. I want
the-
to finish my food
Oh.
food poisoning story. I don't know if
Oh,
we
go
need
ahead. Go ahead. We'll get back
I
to
don't
my
know if we
asshole.
need another Johnny B shit story. in
Well,
an
no, this one
episode.
wasn't a shit story. This was a blind date almost murdered me with fucking Thai food story. But go ahead.
Nice.
Back to your food poisoning.
Wait, the only thing I want to say about this food poisoning that I've never experienced before is that it like affected me like neurologically. That's how bad this was.
Oh,
Like it affected
were
my
dizzy?
brain. I will know it was because I've always heard that, and I have felt that before when I had food poisoning, is getting dizzy. But no, I had like the full gambit. Like I had like COVID brain fog. Like I had just drank like 10 beers or something. That's where I was like
wow.
stumbling around the house. Like I had to have Leah like hold me up in the shower while I was taking a shower because I thought I was gonna like
Jesus.
fall over.
It gave you like Down syndrome
Yeah.
and cerebral palsy.
Yeah, I felt like my DNA had been altered.
That's the vaccine
man.
finally kicking in.
Yeah,
giving you
that's the
autism.
COVID vaccine. No, that's the anthrax vaccine that I got in
It
2005.
gives you Down syndrome.
Right.
Yeah,
Good
but-
Lord, man. I'm never eating at Frankie's ever again.
yeah, it was a bad piece of fish. Sorry,
That shit'll
Frenchies.
give you Down syndrome.
It
Yeah.
It made me retarded. It did. It made me retarded.
It made you retarded and French, which are kind of the same. You immediately just started surrendering to the Germans.
Just became a pussy immediately.
You're like, oh, we and a poo poo.
That's fucking
Poor guy.
hilarious.
Let's see. Do I have sports music? I'm not sure if I have sports music.
Oh,
No,
here comes
we
the
Hold on,
wheelhouse. Let's do it.
We can talk about sports though. Yeah, I don't. Do I not? Yeah, I don't have a sports segment queued up. I gotta make another one. Oh, it's
Hold on.
because that one was not royalty free.
The NFL film songs. Do you have to pay for those?
Oh, and I think I can hear it. Sorta.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. Good enough. It's sports. I competed in a sports tournament recently. James,
Nice.
intern James here was helping me train. How was I looking before the disc golf tournament, James?
Good, man. You look like in
Yeah.
your top form.
Yeah. Now, like you played what 18 with me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was 3 days before I played the disc golf tournament.
Yes.
And do you remember my score?
Yeah, you were like -3 or 4, I think.
Negative. Yeah, I was negative
under,
4.
4 under. Yeah.
I was 4 under on the course that I was going to compete in the wind. We were in the wind that day.
Yeah,
right?
it was. Yeah.
It was like what 6 to 10 mile an hour gusts or something.
It was gusty enough to throw you
gusty
off.
enough to matter.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good way to put it.
Gusty enough to matter. Okay, so I was 4 under, same course, played the disc golf tournament. I first round of the tournament. Do either of you guys want to guess what I got first round of the tournament?
3 over.
So I was 4 under, 2 or 3 days before practice round. Day of no wind. What do you think I got first round? James says 4 over.
A first round, is that 18 or is that 9?
That's first round of 18. It's 3 rounds of 18.
I'm gonna say you were 7 over.
7 over. Okay, so where do you guys get those scores from? Just like because competition, it's just always harder when you're in a competition, or what's your mindset on that, as far as competing goes?
I gotta be honest. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's
Never
golf.
played the game.
It's just golf. It's the same.
Yeah,
thing as golf.
to me it just seems hard to control. I've seen what the disc look like that you guys use in those, and
it's just as hard as regular ball golf, maybe even harder.
It looks harder to me, like, because if you're a golfer, then you've been doing it for a long time, and you swing the. I know golf is hard too, but it seems like that frisbee would have a little bit more variance as to what it could do, as far as
That's true.
making
It
a
flies
mistake.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little mistakes show big results. That's good observation. So first round, I shot 13 over.
Damn, son, what happened?
no, 14 over. 14 over.
Damn.
Here.
Did you have like triple bogeys, like 3 holes in a row?
I had one hole. I had a quadruple bogey.
Oh shit.
I had 2 out of bounds on one hole.
Oh shit. Yeah, that'll fuck you up too.
Yeah, I had one hole.
That's 2 strokes, right? Out of bounds is 1 or 2 strokes.
One stroke
One
out
stroke.
of bounds. So I had one hole I threw out of bounds, and then so I was already
In the
plus
hole.
1,
Yeah.
and then I threw near the basket, and then I threw again, and then it like bounced off the basket, and then it rolled down a hill, and then went out of bounds again.
Oh no.
So yeah,
Now,
no,
we talked about this briefly when we were at the Rays game. Now, is this a lot like bowling, to where fat people can succeed in this sport?
fat
Oh,
people
for
can do it.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's why I want you to do it. Yeah, it's a
Well,
it's a
I'm
every
looking up.
person sport.
I'm looking up courses near me. I just Googled it, and there's a course in Riverview. There's a course in
Oh.
Brandon. Okay.
We should go. There's a course out by you that's like a total weird carny course. It's called the Showman's.
That's
Disc
the
Golf
one I'm
Course.
looking at.
It's
Do you remember?
It's a disc
you
golf
remember the
course made with like
barbecue-
old circus equipment.
Oh, really?
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's probably close to. Remember, we did the Q for the Cure. That's at the Showman's Club in the same area
Oh, it
there.
must
So
be
it's
right there.
probably. Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. Dude, I would love that. The more crazy and putt. Dude, I'm looking at a picture of it. They have a gravitron on the course.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
throw
okay.
around the gravitron or something. Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah,
get
dude, I'm
sodomized
looking
by
at it
a
right
guy
now.
who
This
sleeps in
thing
the
is
Gravitron.
dope. You might get killed by a clown. This is
Right, that's
awesome.
what I'm
You
thinking.
could get raped by
That's
a
what I'm
clown.
thinking. Yeah, you're gonna get raped by the guy who sleeps in the Gravitron. Yeah.
Fingers crossed, dude. One of them's in a bumper car. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, I want to play this course. This is
Sweet.
cool.
Yeah, dude. Let's do
Alright.
that. We'll make a trip out there.
So yeah, I ended up. I think I ended up. So then, and then the second round, I think I did really bad for the first 9. So I think I like got a couple more bogeys on the first 9, and then the back 9, I think I got 6 birdies.
Nice.
This is how wildly inconsistent I am.
You
at
playing
this
from the
sport.
short pads?
Yeah, this
Yep.
is like full on amateur from the
Okay.
short pads. And there's dogs barking. That's part of the charm of the show, I've decided.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the charm of the podcast, I've decided. Yeah. So they're just gonna bark it on out. And it's
I like
gonna be
it,
part of the
dude.
show. Everybody loves it. That's what I've been
Yeah.
told. Everybody
That's
loves it.
all the comments say that.
Everybody's talking about how much they love the dogs barking.
Yeah, they're the best
Beautiful
dogs.
dog. The dog
Most
is
beautiful
probably the most
dogs.
Beautiful dogs.
Sweet dog.
The mama.
Look,
I walked in and said,
barking-
"Wow, that's a lot of dogs."
Joe Biden's got dogs. They don't bark.
They don't. Those
They
dogs
don't
don't bark.
They bite. They do bite.
Yeah.
They
So
bite. They bite the economy.
I'm wildly
Um,
inconsistent, but we want you out there playing with us, Johnny.
I would like to. Yeah, it looks fun, dude.
Let's talk about our Rays real quick. We're all Rays fans here. I see
Yeah.
you got Orlando Rays.
Hit show.
Orlando Rays hat on from Johnny B. Let me zoom in on that.
Devil
real quick.
Rays center stage.
Where did you get that?
Yeah,
Is there
man.
still an Orlando Rays? We don't have that team anymore, do
No,
we?
I don't think so.
Let me. No. Here's a fun fact. It's never been a team. It's from a movie called The Rookie. So it's a
Oh.
fake hat. They there's
Oh,
a
the
there's
Dennis
a
Quaid
hat.
movie.
Yeah, that's what this is from. It took me 3 hat drops to get this hat. So much like they have sneaker drops for rare shoes and things like that for people
Yeah.
that are into that scene. If you're into like new era hats, and I have
Me too.
over here to my right, I have about 75 fitted hats on different racks over here. It's a problem, but mostly all Tampa teams too. It's like Lightning, Bucks, Rays, mostly Rays, and then throwback stuff like the Tampa Smokers, things like that. Um, but this hat, it dropped on there's a website called hathaven.com that has like the rare new eras, and
Okay.
they'll give you an email, and you literally have to run to your computer because you can't even do it on your phone. It's not fast enough. You have to run to your computer and try to buy your hat in your size, and almost every time it's like already sold out. So it took me like a year and a half to get this hat. I was so excited when I got it though. So I try to wear it whenever it's a throwback, like a Friday when they wear the Devil Rays. I'll try to like match up my
Yeah.
Wade Boggs with this and get some good looks. I saw one other guy on opening day that had this hat on. I was like, "Look at you, brother! All right, I got you. You hat dropping bitch."
Sorry,
So,
I was getting distracted by the dogs. Stick Martin's banging on the door. I have random musicians that just come over to knock on my door and hang out. So he might walk into the studio any minute. I will open the garage for him. Anyway,
Nice.
we're talking about our Rays. What do you guys think of the season start so far? With working with what we have, and using what we have to build a super successful team. Starting, at least I think. What do you think, Johnny? Johnny looks skeptical.
No, dude, the fact that we're over 500 and
That's what I'm saying.
Rosarena's and Yanni Diaz haven't
Yeah.
really produced anything at all. Yanni had the first at bat home run, and you think, wow, he's gonna have a career year, and then a Rosarena too. What's he got, like 2 home runs on a season? He's slumping like crazy. And then you got Pete Fairbanks, our ace closer,
Guy
blows
looks like a
2
psycho.
games.
Looks like a psycho.
Just blows 2 games. Did you see his post game presser after he blew the last game? It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, well, he's a lunatic. That's why I like him. He's weird.
Yeah,
he's a weird
dude.
guy.
Yeah, but it's you got your bullpen is just trash. Like the first 10 games are throwing balls like crazy. Just throw a strike. If you get beat, you get beat. And they're
That's what
starting
I'm
to come
saying.
around a little bit. A lot of the pins starting to kind of pick it up, but then like I said, Fairbanks blowing 2 games when we had the lead in the 9th, and we're still 11-9 or something. So, it could be a lot worse, and we're still only 2 games out from the Yankees, and we start playing them tonight. So, it's we're right there in the thick of things with a bunch of people still injured, and the bullpen playing like doo doo. And Eflin is your ace. Nothing against him, but
Yeah, well,
it's not the It's not the rotation we're used
Well,
to
we gave
having.
away the real ace. That's
Well, the guy we got for him's not bad.
he's not. No, he's not bad, but he's not good either. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a couple times I thought he was going to take somebody's head off. But yeah, he will be good. I'll say that.
Yeah.
He will be good. And we're talking
And then
about
we'll lose him too.
we're talking about Peepoo, right?
Pepio.
Pepio.
Yeah.
That's yeah, Peepoo. Yeah, Peepoo.
I thought I was like your little pet name for him, like you knew him.
I do. I have pet names for all the players. I feel like I'm their dad, and I'm very proud of them. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good job, people.
All right. I think we're gonna wrap this thing up here. I got to do a quick commercial though, because I forgot to do a commercial. I need you guys to check out randomfandom.com. That's random-fandom.com. We got a bunch of really cool T-shirts, stickers, pillows, totes, shit like that. Johnny's holding up. He's holding up his sticker sheet. Anybody that buys anything from random-fandom.com in the next 30 days gets one of these sticker packs for free. Johnny got the sticker pack. He bought a shirt. He's trying to save the trop with me.
You could be cool like Johnny.
Be cool like Johnny. What else? We got the carry cart. The carry cart it's carrycart.com.
Two
It's
Ks.
2 Ks, not 3.
2 Ks.
Carrycart.com. It's a cart, it's a dolly, it's a trolley, and it's a ladder, okay? And if you use the code SP at checkout, you're going to get $20 off your first carry cart. This thing is very fucking useful. So make sure you check out carrycart.com. That's with 2 Ks.
2 Ks, not 3.
Don't worry, if you order the one with the 3 Ks, there's a lot of good people over there too.
There's good people on both sides.
That one just comes with prejudice.
Yeah. Johnny, you're going to be at the Celtic Ray on Sunday, but I don't think this is coming out till Monday or Sunday night. So where are you going to be at next week?
Oh man, that's great. I will be at Motorworks
Love that
Brewing
place.
in Bradenton on the 27th, which is next Saturday. Sloan is headlining the show. I have David Wayne featuring, and then I'll be hosting. But it'll be a nice chunky host set, but it'll be a good time. Motorworks is awesome. Great beers, cool location, good food, everything. It's awesome. I'll be there on the 27th, and then I'll be back in Bradenton at a place called the Urban Loft on May 11th, and I'll be all over. Oh, May 1st. Oh, that's the one I'm
1st.
really excited about. May 1st is the Dead and Dirty show in Ybor City.
Oh, yeah.
It's at the Spookeasy Lounge on 15th and Ybor, and they wanted me to do a dirty show, and I told them if I'm doing it in a haunted speakeasy in the catacombs, it's going to be the filthiest show on the planet. So that's what we're advertising it as, and it's going to be myself headlining that one, and then Dick Roos, artist formerly known as Kyle Roos, and Lauren Gray will be on that show with me, and it's going to be.
Gray is the filthiest
gonna be
bitch
awesome.
I've ever met. Okay, so
God,
you got to see this.
between me and her, such good juicy tits in a show.
You got juicy tits and yeast infections, both of you.
Both of us, yeah. That's gonna be fun. So, if you go to johnnybcomedy.com, you could see everything, my
See the
schedule,
whole
social media.
and check
Yeah,
Johnny
all that.
B out on 102.5 The Bone, or on what is the app? The iHeartRadio app?
No, you can get the Bone app,
The
and
Bone app, the Bone app.
or if you just tell your Amazon whore, I'm not gonna say her name because she'll start talking to me, but if you just say, hey, that
Hey,
lady,
Amazon whore, play Johnny B.
yeah,
Show.
no, just say play 102.5 The Bone, and then it'll play. If I'm on there, it'll be
Oh,
on
that's
there.
easy.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah,
on.
if not, just
I'm gonna be
yeah,
on
go.
next week on Thursday. I'm gonna.
No, you're not.
Oh, is there gonna be a playoff game?
I just got the lightning schedule. I was going to
go,
tell you
baby.
that off
Damn.
there.
Let's go,
but,
Johnny. Let's go.
You know what? I will sacrifice my time in studio. I will
But
cede my time.
if you'd
for
like
the
to
Tampa
come
Bay
in,
Lightning.
if you'd like to come in Wednesday night, the 10 to midnight show, I'd love to have you.
Okay, well, we will.
All right.
I'll be there. I think.
All right, cool. Done.
I got some shows coming up. Just announced right now, 5/18 at Jack Polino's. It's going to be John, Jay, and friends. So it's going to be me, a bunch of my friends. I'm hosting. I'm also headlining. I'm taking this cue from you, Johnny B. Okay, I'm just going to do
All
both
right.
things. I'm going to go up cold, and I'm going to go up at the end. I'm going to do the 2 hardest spots, and I'm going to have my friends all perform the easy spots and fucking murder, and I'm going to pay them all exorbitant fees for showing up, and then everybody's going to have a great time. So check out jackpolinos.com and get your tickets, or you can just call the venue in downtown Dunedin and say you want to buy some tickets, and they'll let you buy the tickets. Also, make sure you check out Sketch Wars. It's at Sketch Wars on YouTube. I am now a game show host, and I'll talk about it more in the next podcast episode. But yeah, check out the first 3 episodes of Sketch Wars, which will all be out this week at Sketch Wars on YouTube, or just follow me on all the social media at John J S Planet on Instagram, John J on Facebook. James, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, I'm one of the friends at the 518
Oh yeah,
show.
you're one of the friends. Okay, well, you didn't have to mention that.
I'm
That's fine.
I'm the
I'm the draw. I'm
yeah.
the draw. You don't
I'm,
have to
I'm
talk
the
about
and
being a
more
friend.
part of the poster.
You're-
You
Yeah.
remember I'm your friend.
I was your friend.
Yeah, I have that coming up, and not much else after that. Not a lot of people who run clubs or own them think I'm funny yet, so I
All
don't
right.
have
Well,
a lot of bookings.
Aw.
everybody give James a big, give him a little pat on the back, everybody. If you
But
see
hey,
him. in
speaking of
public-
pat on the back, for me, back on Jackie Robinson's Day on the 15th, I was
Oh, yeah, I forgot to
was
mention this.
recognized by the Rays for my military service. I was
Saw
Yeah.
that. That was awesome.
I was,
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty awesome, man. Great seats. You know, I got like a crazy grab bag full of random stuff they didn't get rid of during FanFest, so I got some free swag. I got on the big screen, they gave me a
that's
game
dope.
ball on the way out.
They gave you a game ball.
They did. That was pretty sweet. Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
got 4 free tickets. Got to take some of my closest people with
Well,
me.
Thank you, everybody, so much for listening, and thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate all the support, and we really appreciate y'all bearing with us through this very first remote-in episode. It was definitely kind of weird, and we're definitely going to improve, and we're going to keep having fun and having more cool guests. We really appreciate you, Johnny B, for
Johnny.
Thanks.
stopping in and taking the time. Yeah, check me out next week on 102.5 The Bone on the Johnny B Show. Make sure you check him out every night, 8 to 10, unless there's a lightning game.
Yeah. Then I get preempted by
Yeah.
Stamkos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
All the way to the cup, baby.
We love you. We appreciate
Thanks,
you.
buddy.
Thank you so much.
Good to talk to you, Johnny.
Great
All
episode.
right, buddies.
See y'all.